as the GOP has latched on to the spike in crime in order to do their campaigning against Democrats, conservative Fox News host Chris Wallace decided to ask an important question to a GOP representative named Jim Banks. Aren't you guys the one who want to defund the police and have actually made efforts to defund the police? Get a load of this.
It means more police officers, more nurses, more counselors, more social workers, more community violence interrupters to help resolve issues before they escalate into crimes.
Congressman Banks, you voted against that package, against that $350 billion, just like every other Republican in the House and Senate. So can't you make the argument that it's you and the Republicans who are defunding the police?
Not at all, Chris. I mean, let's go back again and look at the last year and the record of comments that Democrats have made, from Rashida Tlaib, who said that policing is inherently evil.
Sir, respectfully, I heard you make that point, but I'm asking you, there's $350 billion in this package the president says can be used for policing. And let me put up some of the specific things he said.
The point that I'm making is important.
Congressman Banks, let me finish, and then I promise I'll give you a chance to answer. The president is saying cities and states can use this money to hire more police officers, invest in new technologies, and develop summer job training and recreation programs for young people. Respectfully, I've heard your point about the last year, but you and every other Republican voted against this $350 billion.
I mean, I guess it really does take a conservative host on Fox News to hold Republican lawmakers accountable and call them out on their lies, because that was masterful. And I have not seen a single Democratic lawmaker make the point that Chris Wallace just made on Fox News. I mean, it's honestly mind-blowing, right? I guess Democrats need to think more like conservatives, including conservative hosts on Fox, in order to take these GOP lawmakers to task.
Yeah, and look, this is a mixed bag, right? Because the Democrats said they were going to do criminal justice reform, police reform. So far, they've done none, zero, right? But what did they do? Well, they just funneled, what was it? Was it $350 billion? Is a giant number to policing, right? So that is not defunding the police, that's adding money to the police. So I would do critique of both, right? So the Republicans say, oh yeah, I can't believe they want to defund the police, so we're not going to give any money to the police. By the way, I'm surprised he didn't bring it up, but they had a vote on the Capitol Hill police too. And then again, the Democrats voted to give more money. And again, the Republicans said, hell no, we never did want to help the cops. We're not going to give any more money to the cops, defund them, right? And even the ones that were attacked and killed, they're like, no, who cares about blue lives? No one cares about it, they don't matter at all, no, etc. So that's the argument you can make against Republicans, because they use those talking points and they're hypocritical, right? Now, on the Democratic side, I hear you that Capitol Police apparently need beefing up, right? Because that was a miserable job. And look, I feel terrible that they got attacked, and we're on the right side of that issue. But it wasn't the finest moment for policing in America, as they just let these guys walk into the building.
Some of them posed with the rioters. Now, obviously not all of them. There were Capitol Police who genuinely wanted to do their jobs, and they were like trampled on and beaten in some cases by these rioters. But yeah, you make a really good point. And maybe that's the reason why Democrats aren't taking GOP lawmakers to task, because they present themselves as individuals who pay lip service to Black Lives Matter and want to actually reform police, but they're not actually doing that. And then they offer more funding for police. They don't want that they don't want attention for that. And so that's probably why they're not calling Republicans out in their efforts to defund the police.
Totally. And so, look, and I could live with saying, hey, we're gonna get some money for the Capitol Police because obviously they need it. Look at what happened. But then we're also going to do police reform with that. Yeah, I could live with that, right? But there's no reform, only extra money. Billions and billions of dollars to policing with absolutely no reform at all so far. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.